Good morning, beautiful people in confident mindset, confident for confident, successful business owners. Oh my God, I couldn't remember the name of my own group. That's hilarious. How are you on this Tuesday morning? Welcome to our Business Growth Insights training. Lovely to have you joining us. And I'm just setting up to make sure that I can say hi to you all. Now, I'm just going to wait to see if a few people join us today. Again, as you know, every single Tuesday morning, I am popping into this group to give you some really valuable training that you can implement into your business. Good morning. Now, I don't know who this is. Now, if you would like to, that's a really good example. So if you would like to go and click the link in the description above and let me know and give StreamYard permission to see your name in Facebook, this is what will happen. We'll be able to say hello to Carol Jepps. How are you, Carol? And I love that you think it's funny that I have also named my computer Carol the Computer. All right. Now, as I said, today we are doing a Business Growth Insights training, and I'm going to get straight into it today because what I want to talk to you about today is 5 ways to keep going when you feel like quitting. Now, I have slightly changed the title of this. The title of this was originally 5 reasons to keep going, right, when you feel like quitting. Now, I wanted to go a little bit deeper as well. I think we all know the reasons, right? We all know the reasons why we might feel like quitting, but as well as giving you some reasons, I want to give you some specific ways that you can take action on today, right? That you can... What's oops, Carol? That's funny. No oops, that's all good. So I really want to give you some really tangible information today. Now, as usual, if you don't know by now, you know, the reason I come up with these specific topics is because they're discussions that I have with business owners every single day. And a lot lately, you know, with all the stuff that's been going on in the world with the, you know, in the last couple of years, and even right now, there's some significant changes happening in the world that, you know, we go on a downer, right? We get on a downer for whatever reason. Business doesn't go the way we thought it was going to go. And so we do feel like quitting. Now, hands up, let me know in the chat. Give me a 3 in the chat if you are a person who, when you started your business, you thought it was just a matter of signing up for a couple of social media accounts, doing a couple of lives, you know, connecting with a few people, maybe even starting a website, and the money was going to roll in, right? Give me a 3 in the chat if that was you. I will put 3 in the chat because that was hands down me. That's what I thought was going to happen. And so when that didn't happen, right? It didn't happen. This was when I suddenly realized, holy crap, there's a lot more to running this business, to this idea of running a business than I thought it was going to be. And so this is something that I say all the time, right? Is it takes a certain type of person to want to keep going when you feel like quitting. 3, Natty, yep. Natty says 3, yep. Anybody else? I know, like I said, I'm a 3. And so this is why I wanted to talk through this particular topic today. Okay, so let's look at the 5 ways to keep going when you feel like quitting. And let me know, keep telling me in the chat, you know, if you do these things or if they're a little bit surprising to you and you've never really thought about it this way. Now, the first one, speaking about surprising, I think this might surprise a lot of people. Sometimes when we feel like quitting, it feels like, you know, we're having this breakdown of like, oh my God, it's all too hard, right? It's all too hard. And so it's okay. I want to say, let the breakdown happen. And a lot of people will say, but hang on, don't you want me to ignore the breakdown? No, I absolutely don't, because I want you to feel the negative emotions that you are experiencing, because they are very, very valid, right? As we said before, that, you know, we a lot of us will go into business with a certain perspective that we think it's going to be, and then it's nothing like it. And so it can bring up a whole lot of negative emotions like, it's all too hard, I'm not getting the clients that I want to get, I can't keep going like this, etc., right? Tell me some of the other thoughts that might be going around in your head. So let the breakdown happen. Acknowledge the negative thoughts that you're getting, but don't get stuck in them, right? And I want you to hear me with that one. Do not get stuck in your negative emotions. A lot of us are tempted to do that, right? So now it's time to release those negative emotions, okay? So this is like, and this is not an easy thing to do, but once you allow yourself to go, okay, so this is why I'm having this negative emotion, right? This is why I feel this way. Allow yourself to dig a little bit deeper. And when you do that, it's a lot easier to release those emotions, right? You can kind of just go, okay, I acknowledge it. I understand it a little bit more. Now I can kind of let it go, right? It may not totally go, but you can release it. You can go, okay, I acknowledge that. It's okay. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. So I'm just going to release it. The other thing I want you to do is kind of expect the challenges, right? So as I said, we know, a lot of us have been in business for a little while. Even if you're just starting up your business, we know that there's going to be challenges, all kinds of challenges. So whether it's, you're not getting enough clients, you're struggling to get a big enough following on social media, you're struggling with ideas, whatever the challenge may be, expect them, right, and learn from them. But it's not just what do I want to say? It's not just the physical challenges, it's also the emotional challenges. Expect the emotional challenges, because as I've said a lot, business isn't up and down, right? Business isn't just like life. Business isn't just a straight line. Our emotions go up and down with whatever may or may not be happening. And even I can tell you, even the biggest, the richest person in the world, even the millionaire business owner has emotional ups and downs, and they need to go through all this as well. So expect the challenges to come. When they do come, this is when you know that you've got to let the breakdown happen and release it, right? Even if you've done the work for decades, these feelings occur. Exactly, Carol. That's exactly right. They do. I've been in business now. Well, I've been running different businesses for 20 years. I've been in this particular business for 3.5, right? So expect the challenges. And remember that a breakthrough is coming, right? And I've been at this point so often where, and this is the point where we get to the point, this is the I feel like quitting point, right? I just feel like it's all too hard and I feel like quitting. This is when we need to remind ourselves, this is the time to go, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep pushing through, because that's when the breakthrough comes. That's when the breakthrough comes, right? And let me tell you, this literally, I was going through something pretty significant last week, and this literally happened to me on Friday. Literally last Friday, just gone. So I was having negative emotions. There was something specific. I was starting to go, it's all too hard. Oh my God, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But I didn't ignore. I allowed myself to have the breakdown a little bit earlier in the week. And because I had gone through the process of releasing them, right, the breakthrough came on Friday. Literally at the 11th hour, right? And so because I had gone through that and I'd kept pushing through, the breakthrough came, and it was phenomenal. And I wish I could tell you what it was, but it was pretty personal, so I'm going to keep it to myself. Carol, it happens to you every week. Yes, there you go. See, there's proof. All this stuff really, really does work. Okay, so number 2 is shift your focus. So kind of take your focus off these things that you're experiencing being problems, right? Instead, see them as opportunities. So what can you learn from them, right? This thing, I'll call it a thing that happened to me last week, right? At the start of the week, it was an issue, it was a problem, right? But did I allow myself to see the opportunity that was available to me? Yes, I did. Absolutely. It wasn't easy. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. No, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This isn't an easy process to go through, right? But it is something that we can get better at as we continue on with our business. So learn to see your problems as opportunities rather than problems. What can you learn from them? This one here is quite a big one. Don't just make it about the money. I think a lot of the times in business, we subconsciously make it about the money, right? Now, I know in myself that I have said, or I have tried to convince myself, right, in the past that, no, I'm just here to help people. Okay, and that's true. And this is true of all of us in business, right? We're here to help people. Let's be honest. Let's just, address the elephant in the room. We are also here to make money in the business. But when you make it all about the money and you're focusing just on the money, that's when, because you'll place your focus so much on that money, that you start to feel the pressure, and the pressure builds. And you can even feel it in your body. And maybe when it's not happening like you want it to do, that's when you're focusing on the negative. I'm not getting enough. I'm not getting enough. This is something that I've learned, particularly when going into things like sales calls, is I go in with the attitude of, okay, obviously, elephant in the room, money is great, yes, but I do go in it deliberately with the attitude of, I'm helping this person that I'm talking to. So I'm mentally taking the money out of it. And it's, if I make the sale, awesome. Or let me rephrase that. When I make the sale, awesome, right? See, we all have to listen to our words, what we say to ourselves too. Look for the positives, right? Again, we can get stuck in the negatives, right? And I said it before. So when we allow yourself to have that breakdown, we sometimes can allow ourselves to get stuck thinking about the negatives all the time. So this is when we're shifting our focus and we're taking them away from all the crap that's happening, right? And we're now focusing on the positives that are happening. If it is something to do with money, focus on the positives of what you do have in your bank account rather than what you don't have or what you need or what you want, okay? Be grateful for every single cent that's in your bank account. Whatever it is, if it's clients that you don't have, or if you're not selling enough, be grateful for what you have sold, right? If you have been making 5 sales in your business a week and you're now down to 1 sale and you're seeing that as a problem, shift your focus to see that as a positive. Awesome, I made 1 sale this week. So it's totally shifting your mindset, right? And always looking for the positives, because there's always positives that we can find. Appreciate the sun more after the rain. Oh, I love that, Parme. That's lovely. That's beautiful. Okay. And in addition to looking for the positives, practice gratitude. Now, I know this is a word that's bandied around a lot at the moment, but it is a powerful word. So, like I said, be grateful for that 1 sale that you made. Awesome. I made 1 sale. And the more you focus on the positives, the more you practice that gratitude for what you do have, the more will come to you. And this is actually when those breakthroughs start to happen. Number 3 is find your anchor. Now, let me explain this. So seek support from someone who's been there before, right? Now, Am I talking about someone like me? Yeah, absolutely. Because I understand, like, I'm doing it today. I understand. I get what it's like to go through business, have the ups and downs, right? This is why I share the stories that I do. What do you think I do when I have these ups and downs? I seek support from my mentors, from my coaches, from my accountability partners, from my fellow business owners, my friends who do exactly what I do, right? Because they've been through it, right? Now, let me say here, when you're seeking support from someone who's been there before, and I'll say someone who's been there before, okay? What you want to be careful of is that you don't go and find someone who's maybe in the same space that you are, or a similar space. Maybe, you might feel that, or they might feel that they're stuck in that space, right? So, and what happens here sometimes is that when you're both as stressed as each other, there's a temptation to have a little bit of a pity party with each other. And that's what we don't want, right? Yes, we want you to feel the emotions, but we want you to release it. We want you to shift your focus. And this is why you're seeking support from someone who's been there before and can help you. And this is why I strongly suggest getting a business mentor like myself, who has been there before, who understands then how to help bring you out of this stuff, right? Talk it out. Now, if you're a natural talker, like I'm a natural talker, everybody knows by now, Ali can talk the leg off a chair. I love to talk out my problems. Even those of us who don't necessarily talk or like to talk, what do I want to say? How do I want to put that? Not an introverted, but you're not a big talker. It is still helpful to talk your problems out with someone. This is part of releasing stuff, right? This is part of releasing those emotions. Talk it out, get it out. And listen to the advice that person, someone who's outside of the situation, has for you. And because they're outside of the situation, but also because they've been through it before, they're going to be able to maybe draw on their own experience, but also see and hear what you're saying and, understand what's behind it. Now, I've put something on the screen there that says no yeah buts, right? And this is really interesting because this is something that I hear a lot from people that I speak to. And it's things like, and tell me if you've ever said this, right? I know I have. Yeah, but you just don't understand what's going on for me at the moment. Yeah, but you're not in my shoes. You just don't get it. Oh, yeah, I know, but, right? I hear that a lot. And when I hear this, I know, because I know that when I say yeah, but, right, it's allowing excuses. You're allowing yourself excuses to stay in that shitty mood or in that, business funk, in that feeling of feel like quitting. Yeah, but you just don't understand how I feel. Well, actually, I do, right? Because that's why you've come and sought me out for support. So be open to listening to advice. It's not always easy. Sometimes it can hit you between the eyes, right? Sometimes I've been told things and I've walked away in a really bad mood because I've gone, oh, I wish that person hadn't said that to me. How dare my coach say that to me? They just don't understand. However, then I'll go away and think about it and I'll go, actually, you know what? They're right. And I was making excuses. And so sometimes the advice that we get might hit us a little bit between the eyes. But if you're open to receiving it, then that's when the change happens. So find an anchor for yourself. Do seek support. Absolutely. Now, 4 is continued action. Keep the momentum going, because a lot of time when we do get to that point of feeling like giving up, this is when we stop taking the action that we know that we should be doing. Right? Keep going. If you're if you have gone from those 5 sales a week down to that 1 sale a week, right? Please don't stop doing everything that you have worked so hard to put into place. Don't stop doing everything you're doing on social media. Don't stop doing your lives. Don't stop doing your demonstrations. Don't stop posting in other groups. Don't stop advertising. Don't stop talking with people about what you do. Keep that momentum going. Yes, mate, exactly. Always choose to move forward, right? Because if you don't, you will find yourself going back to square one. And what's going to happen when you go back to square one? That feeling of wanting to quit is only going to get stronger. But if you keep the momentum going, if you keep pushing forward, right, you've got the support, you've found your anchor, you are continuing to push forward, this is when the breakthrough will come. Because, you know, people don't need to know what's going on in the background. But by keeping the momentum going, you're going to see improvements happening. I don't want to see the same burden from square one. I must keep going. I'm trying to share that. Yes. A lesson. Natty, what's this? A lesson I learned long ago. Business ebbs and flows. The trick is not to panic and keep going. Yes, Natty. 100%. Yes. Now, number 5, this again, people might go, what? Number 5 is surrender. Okay, you've done all this hard work. So as well as releasing the emotions, right? You're feeling the emotions, you're releasing the emotions, you're finding your anchor, you are continuing to take action. And now it's like, you know what? I know that I'm doing everything possible to make it happen for myself and my business and to be able to help other people. So now it's time to just go, I know everything's going to be okay, or everything's going to even be great. So surrender, right? Know, and I've got on the screen there, know that you're doing your best, but let's take it one more and look at that graphic. Know that you're doing fantastic. You're doing great. Remind yourself of that. You are doing great, because guess what? You're still here. See? Release that pressure. Okay, and again, by surrendering, you are releasing that pressure. It's kind of like, it's like a whole body release is the way I would explain it. You know, I know that when I feel tense, I feel it all in my shoulders, in my neck and my back, right? And when I literally, it's surrender. It's just like, I kind of physically throw it all off. I release the pressure. And something that one of my friends said the other day, she said, even rub your hands, I'm trying to get the words out, rub your hands down your arms to release it, right? Physically release it. Something that I do is listen to a meditation, and I do this all the time, by my mentor, Sarah Prout. It is a let it go and surrender meditation. That is part of the program that I do with her, and it's incredible. So release the pressure from yourself. Surrender. Know that you're doing your best. Let it go. Just go, it's all cool. I've got this, right? And know that you are supported. You are supported. You know, I've been saying it the whole way through. You've got fellow business friends that you know you're supported by, but don't let them keep you, or don't keep each other in a pity party. You've got mentors and business coaches like me out there who are willing to help you. And I know that I have had a few amazing discussions with my clients in the last couple of weeks, you know, where they might have felt a little bit stressed, and it's been incredible for me to go and help them and watch it's almost like their whole being changes. We have discussions, because it's like, you know, A, my privilege to support them, and B, watch them be supported and feel supported and work through their mindset challenges and their business challenges that they might have. So if you want more support, you've loved this, you want more support, you're going, hell yeah, I feel like quitting, Ali, I'm not going to quit, right? All of this today, there's a lot deeper that we can go into this. So I want to invite you all. You would have seen it scrolling across the screen throughout this training. I want to invite you to book in for a business booster call with me. Let's chat out. Let's talk out what's happening with you, with your business, why you might be feeling the way you're doing. Let me be that third party that you have a chat with, and we will really get clarity on why you're there. I will absolutely give you a couple of tips that you can take away and implement into your business straight away, because I love to give away tips and free stuff, right? And then, yes, is this a sales call? Elephant in the room again. Yes, it is. Well, it's not a sales call. It's more of a how can I help you call. I would love to talk with you further about how you can work with me on a much deeper level to help you with some of these mindset challenges you might be having, but also with some practical challenges in your business that you might be having as well. This stuff, and I've said it before, it lights a fire up under me. And what I love to see when I have these calls and when I work with my clients is I love to see the fire getting lit up under them as well, so they can take what they're doing into their business. So if you want to book in for a business booster call, pop the QR, or use the QR code thingy there. The link has just gone up into the comments. You can book through there. Or you can also see it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So, my beautiful people, if you are feeling like you want to quit your business, don't. I encourage you, don't. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. This is why I started my business, because I love to help people who who need support such as this. So look forward to seeing you. But that's just as a reminder, book in that business booster call. And one quick reminder before I go. Now, there will be a special announcement, a huge announcement happening in this group at 1 p.m. Adelaide time this afternoon. Don't miss it. Do not miss it, because this is like I'm literally going to have to sit down, or I'm going to jump up and down with excitement while I'm doing this announcement. So would love to have you join us in the group at 1 p.m. Adelaide time today. Otherwise, feel free to book in for your business booster call so I can help you in your business, beautiful people. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will see you back in the group for another Tuesday morning Business Growth Insights next week. Look forward to talking to you on your business booster call. Bye, everybody.